1. Question 1 points category. Economy. Which among the following correctly describes the Phillips curve? The relationship between the rate of natural unemployment and inflation. The relationship between the rates of current unemployment and inflation. The relationship between the rates of inflation and GDP growth. The relationship between the rates of natural unemployment and GDP per capita growth. Correct. B. The inverse relationship between unemployment rate and inflation when graphically charted is called the Phillips curve. William Phillips pioneered the concept first in his paper The Relation Between Unemployment and the Rate of Change of Money Wage Rates in the United Kingdom, 1861 to 1957, in 1958. This theory is now proven for all major economies of the world. The theory states that the higher the rate of inflation, the lower the unemployment and vice versa. Thus, high levels of employment can be achieved only at high levels of inflation. The policies to induce growth in an economy, increase in employment and sustained development are heavily dependent on the findings of the Phillips curve. The implications of Phillips curve have been found to be true only in the short term. Phillips curve fails to justify the situations of stagflation, when both inflation and unemployment are alarmingly high. 2. Question 1 points category. Economy. Consider the following statements. Economic growth is always concerned with rate of increase in national income. Growth in national income is always accompanied by growth in employment. Which of the statements given above is /are correct? They /1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2. Neither 1 nor 2 correct. A statement 1 is correct. Economic growth is single-dimension concept. It is merely a quantitative concept. It is concerned with rate of increase in national income. Statement 2 is incorrect. Higher GDP growth may not always increase employment. Sometimes, unemployment remains stubbornly high even as the economy grows. This is known as jobless growth economy. This tends to happen when a relatively large number of people have lost their jobs and the ensuing recovery is insufficient to absorb the unemployed, underemployed, and new members entering the workforce. 3. Question 1 points category. Economy with reference to pet coke. Consider the following statements. It is a byproduct of petroleum refinery. It is widely used as a source of energy at cement kilns and electric power plants. It is preferred over coal due to its low sulfur content. Which of the statements given above is /are correct? 3 only, B/1 and 2 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3 correct. B statement 1 is correct. Petroleum coke or pet coke is one of the many consumer products produced during oil refining. During oil refining, the crude oil is first processed into various products such as gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, lubricating oils, and waxes. After all these products have been created, the residual crude is further undergoes additional processing called coking to produce various fuels including pet coke. Statement 2 is correct. Pet coke is used as a substitute for coal and has a higher heat content than coal. Statement 3 is incorrect. Pet coke has more sulfur content than coal. Largest use of pet coke is in cement industry where 90% sulfur compounds are absorbed in clinker. 4. Question 1 points category. Economy. Which one of the following issues the World Economic League table report periodically? The Asian Development Bank. B/Center for Economics and Business Research. The U.S. Federal Reserve Bank. The World Bank correct. B. The Center for Economics and Business Research issues World Economic League table. The Center for Economics and Business Research is an economics consultancy based in Britain. According to a recently released report titled 2018 World Economic League Table, India is set to overtake the United Kingdom and France to become the world's 5th largest economy in 2018. 5. Question 1 points category. Economy. India is a member of which of the following regional trade blocs? OPEC, SAARC, and TPP. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 2 and 4 only, B/2 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2, 3 and 4 correct. B. India is member of SAARC. India is not a member of OPEC, SE and TPP. OPEC, Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. OPEC is an intergovernmental organization of 14 nations accounted for an estimated 44% of global oil production and 73% of the world's proven oil reserves. OPEC has 14 member countries, 6 in the Middle East, Western Asia, 6 in Africa, and 2 in South America. ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations, is a regional grouping that promotes economic, political, and security cooperation among its 10 members: Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. Trans-Pacific Partnership. The Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP, is a multilateral free trade agreement currently under negotiation and designed to promote comprehensive economic integration among Pacific Rim countries. The TPP seeks to address multidimensional trade issues not included in traditional trade agreements, such as regulatory coherence and market liberalization, to strengthen development and governance. TPP began its journey in 2005 when 3 countries, viz. Chile, New Zealand, and Singapore, came together and created a free trade agreement called Trans-Pacific Strategic Economic Partnership, or TPSEP. Later, Brunei joined them, and it was now also known as P4. 6. Question 1. Points category. Economy with reference EB/E to Keilschlatum lift irrigation project. Consider the following statements. It envisages construction of barrage across Krishna River. It is the longest tunnel to carry water in Asia. Which of the statements given above is/are correct? 1 only, B/2 only, both 1 and 2. Neither 1 nor 2 correct. B. Statement 1 is incorrect. The KLIP envisages construction of barrage across Godavari River after the confluence by its tributary Pranahita near Mathagada village in Telangana. Statement 2 is correct. According to engineers, KLIP has many unique features, including the longest tunnel to carry water in Asia, running up to 81 kilometers, between the Yelampally Barrage and the Malanasagar Reservoir. 7. Question 1. Points category. Economy. What is BNP 4201? Recently in the news. India's first diamond certification scheme. India's first nano satellite. India's first drought-resistant rice variety. D/India's first homegrown high-purity gold reference standard. Correct. BNP 4201 stands for Bharatiya Nirdesak Abhiyan. It is India's first homegrown high-purity gold reference standard. The BNP 4201 is reference material for gold of 99.99 fineness gold that is 99.99% pure with impurities of only 100 parts per million. It has been developed through collaboration between IGM, Bhopal Atomic Research Center, BARC, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, National Physical Laboratory, New Delhi, and National Center for Compositional Characterization of Materials, Hyderabad. It will be beneficial to the consumers and public at large to ensure purity of gold.